Hey, what's up, guys? Steve here, and today we're going to take a look at the 50 highest selling 1980s baseball cards from the Fanatics weekly auction that ended on June 8th. And we'll kick today's list off at number 50 with this 1981 Topps Tom Underwood traded card number 846. This was a PSA 10 that received 7 bids, and it sold for $37.20. Up next at number 49 is this 1984 Topps Darryl Strawberry rookie, card number 182. This rookie was in a PSA 9 that received 17 bids, and it also sold for $37.20. Coming in at number 48 is this 1981 Topps Terry Kennedy traded, card number 780. This was a PSA 10 that received 16 bids, and it sold for just over $40. Up next at number 47 is this 1986 Topps Nolan Ryan, card number 100. This was a PSA 9 that received 14 bids, and it sold for $44.40. Headed to the late 1980s at number 46 with this 1989 Topps Don Mattingly, card number 700. This was a PSA 10 that received 12 bids, and it also sold for $44.40. Coming in at number 45 is this 1981 Topps Tigers Future Stars, card number 626. This was a PSA 10 that received 8 bids, and it sold for $45.60. Up next at number 44 is this 1986 Donruss The Rookies Bo Jackson rookie, card number 38. This rookie was in a SGC 9.5 that received 17 bids, and it sold for $46.80. Coming in at number 43 is this 1981 Topps Tony Scout traded, card number 828. This was a PSA 10 that received 12 bids, and it sold for $46.80. Donnie Baseball's back at number 42 with this 1989 Bowman Don Mattingly, card number 176. This was a PSA 10 that received 17 bids, and it sold for $49.20. Coming in at number 41 is this 1989 Bowman featuring Ken Griffey Jr. and Ken Griffey Sr. with card number 259. This was a PSA 10 that received 11 bids, and it also sold for just short of $50. And kicking off the top 40 of today's list is this 1988 Score Nolan Ryan, card number 575. This was a PSA 10 that received 12 bids, and it sold for $54. Up next at number 39 is this 1981 Topps Steve Trout, card number 552. This was a PSA 10 that received 9 bids, and it also sold for $54 even. Coming in at number 38 is this 1986 Topps traded Will Clark rookie, card number 24T. This was a PSA 10 that received 26 bids, and it sold for $57.60. Up next at number 37 is this 1981 Topps Terry Pohl, card number 411. This was a PSA 10 that received 4 bids, and it sold for $60 even. Headed back to the late 1980s at number 36 with this 1989 Fleer Nolan Ryan, card number 368. This was a PSA 10 that received 17 bids, and it sold for $64.80. Coming in at number 35 is this 1983 Donruss Ryan Sandberg rookie auto, card number 277. This auto that was authenticated by Beckett received 29 bids, and it also sold for $64.80. Up next at number 34 is this 1981 Topps Tony Scott, card number 165. This was a PSA 10 that received 7 bids, and it sold for $69.60. Coming in at number 33 is this 1981 Topps Tom Hutton, card number 374. This was a PSA 10 that received 6 bids, and it also sold for just short of $70. Up next at number 32 is this 1981 Topps Tony Perez, card number 575. This was a PSA 10 that received 15 bids, and it sold for $72 even. Coming in at number 31 is this 1980 Topps Dave Parker All-Star, card number 310. This All-Star card was in a PSA 9 that received 17 bids, and it sold for $74.40. We're headed back to the junk wax era to kick off the top 30 with this 1987 Topps Tiffany Future Stars Bo Jackson rookie, card number 170. This was a PSA 9 that received 12 bids, and it sold for $86.40. Up next at number 29 is this 1984 Topps Tiffany Howard Bailey, card number 284. This was a PSA 10 that received 14 bids, and it also sold for $86.40. Coming in at number 28 is this 1988 Topps Tiffany Greg Maddux, card number 361. This was a PSA 10 that received 14 bids, and it sold for $100.80. Up next at number 27 is this 1983 Fleer Rickey Henderson, card number 519. This was a PSA 10 that received 17 bids, and it also sold for just over $100. Mr. Padre makes his first appearance on today's list at number 26 with this 1984 Donruss Tony Gwynn, card number 324. This second-year Tony Gwynn was in a CGC 10 that received 17 bids, and it sold for $103.20. Coming in at number 25 is this 1981 Topps Steve Carlton record breaker, card number 202. This was a PSA 10 that received 24 bids, and it sold for $105.60. Up next at number 24 is this 1981 Topps Twins Future Stars, card number 328. This was a PSA 10 that received 15 bids, and it sold for $110.40. Coming in at number 23 is this 1989 Upper Deck Nolan Ryan, card number 145. This was a PSA 10 that received 26 bids, and it sold for $112.80. Up next at number 22 is this 1984 Topps Tiffany Tigers Team Leaders, card number 666. This was a PSA 10 that received 13 bids, and it sold for $117.60. Coming in at number 21 is this 1983 Topps Cal Ripken Jr., card number 163. This was an SGC 10 that received 21 bids, and it sold for $126. And we welcome a newcomer to the list to kick off the top 20 with this 1986 Donruss Fred McGriff rookie auto, card number 28. This was a PSA 9 with a PSA DNA authenticated auto that received 22 bids, and it sold for $132. Up next at number 19 is this 1981 Topps Tom Griffin, card number 538. This was a PSA 10 that received 12 bids, and it also sold for $132. Coming in at number 18 is this 1987 Donruss The Rookies Greg Maddux rookie, card number 52. This was a PSA 10 that received 18 bids, and it sold for $150. Up next at number 17 is this 1989 Fleer Ken Griffey Jr. rookie, card number 548. This rookie was in a PSA 10 that received 20 bids, and it sold for $162. Make that back-to-back appearances for the kid at number 16 with this 1989 Upper Deck Ken Griffey Jr. rookie, card number 1. This star rookie was in a BGS 9 that received 16 bids, and it also sold for $162. Coming in at number 15 is this 1982 Cracker Jack Mickey Mantle, card number 6. This was a PSA 10 that received 20 bids, and it sold for $174. We welcome a newcomer to the list at number 14 with this 1987 Topps Tiffany Barry Bonds rookie, card number 320. This was a PSA 9 that received 11 bids, and it sold for $180. Coming in at number 13 is this 1984 Donruss Nolan Ryan, card number 60. This was a PSA 10 that received 20 bids, and it sold for $222. Up next at number 12 is this 1987 Topps Traded Greg Maddux rookie auto, card number 70T. This was a PSA 9 with the 10 grade for the auto that received 14 bids, and it sold for $228. Coming in at number 11 is this 1989 Bowman Tiffany Barry Bonds, card number 426. This was a PSA 10 that received 14 bids, and it sold for $240. And we get one of our weekly regulars to kick off the top 10 with this 1980 Topps Rickey Henderson rookie, card number 482. This rookie was in a PSA 8 that received 26 bids, and it sold for $252. Up next at number 9 is this 1989 Topps John Smoltz rookie auto, card number 382. This was a PSA 9 with a 10 grade for the auto that received 28 bids, and it sold for $324. Coming in at number 8 is this 1985 Topps Tiffany Tony Gwynn, card number 660. This was a PSA 10 that received 22 bids, and it sold for $336. Coming in at number 6 is this 1984 Topps Tiffany Lou Whitaker, card number 695. This was a PSA 10 that received 27 bids, and it sold for $360. Alright guys, 8 bonus cards to share with you today. We'll start off with a few that just missed the top 50. Starting off with this 1989 Bowman Ken Griffey Jr. rookie, card number 220. This was a CGC 9 that received 11 bids, and it sold for $34.80. For another card just outside the top 50, we get this 1982 Fleer Rickey Henderson, card number 92. This was a PSA 8 that received 9 bids, and it also sold for $34.80. For a player that missed the top 50, we get this 1980 Topps Reggie Jackson, card number 600. This was a PSA 8 that received 12 bids, and it sold for $33.60. Up next is this 1987 Donruss Opening Day Cal Ripken Jr., card number 133. This was a PSA 10 that received 19 bids, and it sold for $32.40. For our 5th bonus card, I found this 1987 Donruss Greg Maddux rookie, card number 36. This rated rookie was in a SGC 8.5 that received 7 bids, and it sold for $25.20. For another Hall of Famer that missed the top 50, we get this 1989 Topps George Brett, card number 200. This was an SGC 10 that received 8 bids, and it sold for $25.20. For a couple bonus cards of the Bash Brothers, we'll start off with this 1986 Star Jose Canseco rookie, card number 5. This was an SGC 9 that received 10 bids, and it sold for $24. And for the second half of the Bash Brothers, we get this 1985 Topps Mark McGwire rookie, card number 401. This was a PSA 8 that received 6 bids, and it also sold for $24 even. And kicking off the top 5 of today's list is this 1986 Topps Traded Barry Bonds rookie, card number 11T. This was a PSA 10 that received 24 bids, and it sold for $432. And the prices start to heat up at number 4 with this 1980 Topps Rickey Henderson rookie auto, card number 482. This was a PSA 6 with the 10 grade for the auto that received 38 bids, and it sold for just over $1,000. Up next at number 3 is this 1986 Topps Traded Tiffany Barry Bonds rookie, card number 11T. This was a PSA 9 that received 21 bids, and it sold for $1,080. Coming in at number 2 is this 1989 Topps Traded Tiffany Ken Griffey Jr., card number 41T. This rookie was in a PSA 10 that received 31 bids, and it sold for $3,840. And topping off today's list at number 1 is this 1982 Topps Traded Cal Ripken Jr. rookie, card number 98T. This was a PSA 10 that received 30 bids, and it sold for $5,760. Thanks for joining me today, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.